Hey, what's up YouTube? You're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I want to tell you about my favorite drone for 2023. It's a camera drone, and it's probably not the one you think it is, so stay tuned and let's talk about it. So I've had a chance in 2022, and even way before that, to fly a lot of really cool drones. I flew the Mavic 3 quite a bit. I flew the IMHO Lite quite a bit. I flew the Avata a lot. I flew a lot of FPV drones as well. The Avata's kind of a crossover, I'd say. I even flew the Skydio a bit. However, the drone that really blew my mind was the Mini 3 Pro. I have to tell you a little backstory about it. First of all, I did not receive the Mini 3 Pro to review. I wasn't on the list. That's fine. Just for context though, I was like, not honestly that excited about it. I had the original Mini and the Mini 2, and while they were both really good sub 250 camera drones, neither of them was great. You know, they were making compromise for the weight. And also there wasn't a huge difference between them. Yes, the Mini 2 was an improvement over the original Mini because it had OcuSync and not enhanced Wi-Fi, and it had a little better camera, etc. But it wasn't a huge leap. So when the Mini 3 Pro came out, I wasn't really excited about it. I wasn't planning to buy it. I wasn't planning to use it. And I just saw a lot of people talking about it, but I thought, you know, it's just another step forward. So flash forward to a meetup that we had down between Austin and San Antonio. I'm there flying with all my friends, having a good time, and walking back to the group from where I had to go retrieve my FPV drone because I crashed. And I see a drone hovering in the air, but I can't hear it. And I'm fairly close to it. And I was like, what is going on? It kind of made my brain fry a little bit because I'm looking, I can see the drone hovering, but I can't hear it. And as I get closer, I realize it's the Mini 3 Pro. And Micheal Wright, Texas architecture drone guy, was flying it. And I was like, whoa, that thing is so quiet. I was blown away. As I got closer, of course, then I could hear it, but not like a regular drone. It has a very, very easy on the ears noise to it, and it's very soft compared to other drones. So I was intrigued. And then Micheal showed me how you can rotate the camera from horizontal to vertical to do vertical video. And the way it does that mechanically and uses the full sensor, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool too. And so, you know, I was a little bit intrigued by it. And then I was browsing and saw a couple of YouTubers who had put out video and photos from the Mini 3 Pro, and they were gorgeous. They were absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, I think most people couldn't tell the difference between the Mini 3 Pro footage and say a Mavic 3 or an Air 2S or any other footage. It just was really, really pretty stuff. So by that time, I'm pretty intrigued. Fast forward to this fall, and I had a trip planned to Halifax, Canada, and so I took it with me. First of all, it's tiny. It was easy to pack into the bag. It went right along just great. No problems getting through customs, no problems getting through airport security. I only bought the original size batteries, not the extended batteries, because if you buy the bigger battery, it actually pushes it right over the 250 gram mark. So I wanted a standard 250 gram. And it was pretty cool because it's compatible with the RC Pro. So I didn't actually have to buy a remote control with it. I was able to buy the drone by itself. I think it came with one battery, and then I bought the Fly More combo that came with 2 more batteries and the multi-charger and some extra props and all that, but I didn't buy a remote, so I felt like I got a pretty good deal on it. I get up there, I had flown it once or twice here in Austin just to make sure it was all good and it was working and everything seemed good, but I didn't really take it out. Got up there, was in Halifax, got up on a beautiful morning, took it out over the river, over the harbor where you could see the ships, where you could see the skyline, and just realized how beautiful the footage was. And it was pretty windy that day. I mean, windy enough that there were flags flying pretty much steady in the wind. They weren't going down at all. And there were people walking around out on that harbor, and nobody paid any attention to me. The thing was so quiet, so small, and I was kind of away from people, away from the crowds, that it really, really was low key and very incognito as far as flying it there. And then of course I got some really gorgeous footage, didn't have any problems with it flying in the wind, and was super psyched about that. And then the next day I ended up going to this place called Peggy's Cove, where there is a lighthouse. And that lighthouse is very famous for being photographed. It's out on these jutting rocks, and it was so windy. It was just blasting wind. Well, I was able to take off in that wind. I was able to fly as if there was no wind out towards the ocean where the wind was blowing in, and it was so rock steady. And again, the footage, the pictures were beautiful. And not only that, I was able to flip between horizontal and vertical, portrait and landscape, to take some for things like Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and then also take them for traditional 16:9 widescreen, 4K or 1080, depending on what you shoot. And it just looked so good. The thing behaved so well in the wind, moved really steadily in the wind when I was making moves, and again, was so quiet and subtle that while people were out enjoying the lighthouse, I wasn't making a ruckus over them. I don't think anybody actually heard it because the wind was so loud. I was a ways away from everybody, stayed safe, stayed out over the water so that if there were any problems, I didn't drop on anybody's head, landed it over to the side, and nobody said a word to me, and I got some really gorgeous footage. I felt so confident flying it that I was able to take it to several other places in Halifax, get some other beautiful footage, and just really felt like I was able to do all this safely, under the radar, under 250 grams, and know that the thing was going to be reliable and come back to me if it was windy. So all of that said, after seeing the footage, I really kind of figured that traveling in 2023, unless there is a better drone with a better camera that's smaller and lighter, or significantly better in some way, I think the Mini 3 Pro is going to be my go-to for travel in 2023. As I said, it works with the RC Pro, which I love because I love the RC Pro, and that makes a huge difference. It is very, very good in wind. You can flip between horizontal and vertical. It's very quiet, it's very subtle, and it's under 250 grams, and it's super easy to travel with. You're not going to have a heavy thing in your backpack or your bag. Even if you have a bunch of batteries with you, they don't weigh that much. And honestly, I don't think most people who aren't professional videographers or photographers can really see the difference between the footage shot with the Mini 3 Pro and even the Mavic 3 or the Air 2S or the Evo Lite or any of those. I think it's on par with all those despite it being so lightweight and being under 250 grams. So if you're gonna get a drone, your first camera drone in 2023, and you plan to do any traveling at all, I can't say enough good things about the Mini 3 Pro. Love to hear your thoughts about that. Please comment below and let me know what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on Ready, Set, Drone. Thanks for watching.